Okie dokie. Looks like we're live. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, hello, how are you guys doing today? If I might sound a little bit different than what I usually do, last couple of days, I don't know what it is. I've just been really tired. Like kind of like halfway through the day, and I think I kind of know what it is, but long story short, I just woke up from a nap, so it feels great. So anyways, go ahead and make sure the volume sounds about right. I don't know what happened, either yesterday, day before, or something. Like, all my audio stuff seems really loud, and I don't know exactly what caused it, or what has caused it. I'm looking for... maybe something got adjusted on my computer settings, maybe. Test 1 2 1 2. So pretty much what we're going to be doing today, long story short, hey sir, how's it going? I'm going to pop a one-day value pack that I just actually redeemed from the... I've been waiting to get one for like 4 weeks. I just haven't really been wanting to do it, and I just got enough loyalties for it today, so we're going to go ahead and pop a one-day value pack. I'm then going to go ahead and right away, with it active, we're going to go ahead and collect all my money that I've been sitting on for like a month and a half, almost 2 months. Like, there's a lot of money here. Apparently all these sold, so that's nice. But, you know, I got like a quarter of a bill here, a tenth of a bill. This will be about 2.4 after taxes are out. Here's 400, like almost half. Here's another 160, 82, 62, 172, 87, 93, 18, 152. I'm guessing somewhere in the ballpark of like 3 bills. So we're at 1.9 right now. Let's go ahead and hit sell, or rather collect. It's almost been 4 bill. If this hits 5.9, that's 4 bill. Wow, that was way more than what I thought. Holy cow. So that was a little over, or a little under 5, actually. Dang. So what do I plan to do with that money? Well, very simply, I need 4.5 billion. So 4.5 billion. What we're gonna do with this money is it's a quest here. It's the Catarnia's crystal. I don't remember. So it's from Adraxia. So we need to go to Chief Librarian Francia. So we're going to be doing a little bit of traveling here, and then I do plan on going over to trees at some point today. So this is one of 2 quests left that I have for Garmoth's Heart. This is a craftable Garmoth's Heart. Otherwise, I would have to, like, you know, store up all the money, put it on a pre-order, hope that it gets sold to me. Ooh, things like that, you know. But this is for a Garmoth's Heart through questing, which is more of like a... in a lot of ways, it's sort of like their system to be like, you know what, we understand Garmoth's Heart is very hard to get, but hey, you can at least get it from questing one time, I think. I don't think you can get it more than once through questing. So we're just going to go ahead and head over to Adraxia real quick. And then there is somebody who contacted me on... what's today? Yeah. This morning, it was like 8 a.m. or something like that. And they're like, hey, are you online? I was like, yeah, I'm online. How's it going, man? Long story short there, they they told me if you're going to be going to Myrmock Trees, to hit me up, because I did a little bit of tree grinding with them. So they pretty much want me to let them know if I am going to do that, because they'll join me for it. So I might be doing some trees here and letting them know, hey, you know, just so you know, going to be doing like an hour. I don't know how long it's going to take to actually do this that I'm trying to do here. The downside is the items that I need for the other... man, my brain. I know it's just because I woke up from a nap. The other item that I need is related to grinding mobs over at, like, Cagdum, Sherikon Necropolis, Tashira Ruins. It's that, like, purplish kind of sphere-looking stuff. It's this stuff. I need 2,750, I think. So I still need like another 400 to go, and that's going to be the only thing that I need. Realistically, I could go back to Sherikon on my character here, and I could go get more. And truthfully, I might end up doing that, because that's the only thing keeping me from getting a Garmoth heart. Unless I can do all but one quest and they're like, yeah, good enough, you get it, here you go. I don't know if I have to do all 14 quests or so. I think you have to do like 13 of 14. So I'm hoping that this is actually going to be the final nail in the coffin to get the Garmoth's heart. And then we can go ahead and add that, remove my Storm Devoured part of my Chakram, and then go ahead and add a Garmoth's heart to it. The only thing is, though, is that the one item that I would want for my other slot, I don't really have. It's actually... I want to replace a helmet crystal. The music here is kind of loud, isn't it? But I want to replace the Hoom crystal to get the Harfia Jin magic crystal, and then put both the Han magic crystal Hooms over onto my Chakram. That's the idea. Okay, so we're heading over here. The person that I need to go talk to is back over here. Okay. So I need to get this right. The item that I need from this person is the Cantarnia's crystal. Okay, it's the only thing that she gives out. And at most, I would need is 9. So there we go. 4.5 billion silver for these ridiculously things. Regularly used at the Crypt of Resting Thoughts. Is there a way to, like, get this from drop rate or something? I'm curious. I don't see anywhere that you can get it. But there's apparently a belt that's... I mean, not too bad at base stats. I'm sure at pen it's pretty good, but... Alright, so now we need to go over to the NPC. I can't remember what the NPC's name is. It's like... What's the name of it? Black Eye Root. I was going to say what I thought it was. It was Black Eye something. But I couldn't remember what it was. Black Eye Root. When you go talk to Black Eye Root. For anybody who wants to do this quest series as well, I would recommend that you bring some sanity, because you're going to need it. But it's a doozy of a quest series, that's for sure. You need at least 4.5 billion to purchase the item that I just did. Alternatively, I think... I'm hoping this is it. I'm hoping that I don't need to do those 2,700. I will eventually get them, but I really don't want to deal with that anytime soon. So I'm kind of like secretly holding out hope that I don't need it, but I'm prepared for the worst. I'm prepared for I'm not getting a Garmoth heart today. I need to get those 2,750 pieces and then make the item that I need out of that and then bring it over to Black Eye Root, and then that will be the day that I get the Garmoth heart. I don't think I'm going to get it today, but who knows? Don't know until you try, you know? The reason why that waypoint exists, by the way, is because if you tried to just right-click on Black Eye Root and you're like from up over here, it'll have you go through the monster zone of Crypt of Resting Thought, and that could be, quite frankly, terrifying. Also, did I just purchase something? Yeah. Also, I don't know what happened. Yeah, look at this. What happened to the enhancers? All of a sudden, everybody's back playing the game. Go over to concentrated, and then here we go. There's no armor stones, and there's 10k pre-orders. Like, everybody all at once just decided to start playing the game because memory fragments are actually like crashing. Is that what happened? Like, they're no longer 3 mil, which is great. I mean, I could buy them now a lot easier and a lot cheaper. Here's your Katarnia's crystals. No, it looks like I still need to do it. Dang it. Okay, so Hesed? I don't know how you say it. Let me take a look at video codex. Hesed's crystal, I think is what they're called. Yep. They are product design here. So I would need, how many of these? I think 10, right? Let me just double check here. There's a manor at the bottom. There it is. Said crystals, we need 10 of these. So just to show you guys, this is how many of these black energy residues that you need. 2,750 to then go into refined energy. The refined ones here. Actually, how much do you use this? How do you get these, though? How to obtain craft using at Duvenkroon 5. So this is a worker craft. It's not a me craft. If it was a me craft, that'd be something different. But this is a like worker craft. So I need 110 refined black energy residue. I might as well start making them. So I need to go to, it looks like Duvenkroon 5. I have 5 contribution. Is that enough? I don't know. Duvenkroon 5. I need 1 more contribution for it. And I need to get, I think, this. So there's the Hesed crystal. There's the Dragon Slayer weapons. So I need to start making this and then also get these once I get enough. So I need to go ahead and get 1 more contribution, sink it into that, and then get a worker over there, because I don't have any workers over at Duvenkroon whatsoever. And then I can start crafting those. I really should start crafting them, because despite not having enough, I eventually would have enough, and then it would still take a long time to actually get those crafted. So I'm going to start working on that probably after the stream. I need to remember to do that. Actually, we could go do that and just do like 1 hour at Myra Mock, to be honest. I don't really feel like grinding a whole lot, and I did 2 hours at Jade this morning, right about the time that individual sent me a private message letting me know, hey, you know, I want to do some trees, so let me know if you're doing trees. So I'll be letting them know here in a few minutes. So for right now, we need to go up to Duvenkroon. I'm just going to we're about to go to Olin's Valley. I should not do that. All right. So yeah, it's been a balancing act trying to figure out what I want to do, and you know, like I just mentioned, try not to burn out, because the biggest thing is any point any point in time I can just say, you know, I just had my fill of Black Desert and be done with it. But I try not to think about the negatives and try not to overwhelm myself with negatives in that regard. The biggest, like, I don't know if you can call it like an issue, but one of my like biggest problems that I tend to have with video games, just games in general, is the dedication, the morality, like, not morality as in like good bad decisions, but like, I have such a high morale. I'm gonna continue to play the game. You can get very, very much so crushed when things don't work out, and it's been, you will try and try and try, and things just don't seem to work. And I've been on the side where, I went to Cagdums, and by the time that I finished Cagdums, my gear finally was high enough for me to go to Shericon, and that worked out great. But my thing was, I wanted to hire gear while I was at Cagdums so that I can clear faster and kill faster and get more money per hour by killing things faster. And then same thing kind of happened at Shericon. So I kept trying to upgrade my gear, kept trying to upgrading. It just wouldn't go. And then by the time I got done with Shericons, I went over to upgrade my gear, and it finally went. Then I went over to Forest Renoros, and then the meme of 15 minutes got the piece, and we're done there. But it was for a while. Things, I gear just was stagnant, and I couldn't actually do anything about it. And I know what it's like to try something for 20, 30, 40 plus times, and I haven't actually had that bad where it just didn't go for 60 plus attempts, which has happened to some people. But there is the other side where I could feel the pain of it just took forever for something to happen. A lot of people will consider me lucky AF, their words, not mine. And it's just, to me, it's just kind of sad and kind of funny at the same time. Let's go skilled worker, Stevie continuously. We're looking for a skilled goblin because they're faster work speed. Thank you. I swear, is this thing on? Are people listening to me? But yeah, it's one of those things that it can be very demoralizing, and so-called morality becomes in question where things just don't work out for you. It can be very, very difficult to continue going forward. My horse is halfway in the ground. This is exciting. Okay. You go from halfway in the ground to another halfway in the ground situation. This is interesting. If I were to actually talk about how many attempts it took for certain armor for me to tap up, some people would say that there should be no way that I'm that lucky. The thing is, even if you consider me to be lucky, I still worked for a lot of the stuff that I now have, a lot of the gear that I have. I could sell them, but that'd just be a waste. Me personally, I'm all about the grind and trying to get things going, and it just takes a lot of time to get some of that stuff to actually come about and get to that point where you're satisfied with what you have versus still wanting to go a little better, a little harder. Actually, we can do another theory as Limbo too. Kind of forgot because I got one of those today. Let me go ahead. We'll do the Aetheria's Limbo first. Is that Sage following me? I didn't even see the name, but there's one over in Ailton. I don't know if they are. If they are, I mean, they haven't harmed me, I guess, so it's no big deal. Is it Erethria? Erethia's Limbo? I know I'd say it. For the sake of me trying to pronounce everything incorrectly, I'm gonna go Erethia's. Erethia. Erethia. Oh, the other thing too, so another thing that I've been working on is my helmet to C10. We're at C7 right now. That has just been a journey and a half, and I'm already getting to a point, I think C6, it was like 950, I think. C7 to C8, that was C6 to C7. C7 to C8 is now going to be over, like, well over 1,000. I think it's like 1,200 almost. 1,190 or something like that. So C7 to C8, C8, C9, C9, C10, that's 3 more levels. And I still have quite a few, like a good chunk of money to grind for it. Or in my case, I've just been grinding doing dailies. Like, I'll do the 20 capstones at Jade Starlight. If you go and do all the 3 spots over here, by the way, Jade Starlight, the Winter Tree Fossil, both easy and hard, and then also the Mirrorwax Labyrinth, which I actually went to those 2. Mirrorwax actually pretty fun. If you have a lot of like AoE and like 360 degree AoE, Mirrorwax is actually pretty fun. I like it a lot. We can even show that off at some point, probably. Maybe we'll go do that instead of trees. I don't know. I just don't want to go to trees, so I might just say, you know what, we're not doing trees. But let's go ahead and use these the witch's token here. I did this once on stream, and I didn't know what the heck I was doing, but now I've done it once, so I should kind of know what the heck I'm doing. But even though I have the Frost Flame, I still do go and grind at Jade Starlight. It's just some of the best silver per hour, like junk loot wise. In 2 hours time, I can actually make a total of 600 million silver on just junk loot, which is fantastic. Realistically, per hour, I'm actually making like 500 mil on average, like 500 to 600 mil silver. But I'm not selling like all the black stones or capstones. As far as what I'm going for, I am getting, you know, about 600 mil.
The uninitiated cannot defeat the holy flame.
The door's open, and there's a split second before I talk to the NPC. If you go back, you can see it right through that. There was no like abyss right here. But anyways, I'm trying to remember what I was saying. Jade Starlight, money's great, fantastic. I'm not spending the 600 mil on capstones. I'm actually purchasing outfit boxes for that. There is something else I've been neglecting too. I do need to go and do the Pavino Greco books, and that's just a huge silver sink, but it gives you like 600 more max HP, which, to be completely frank with you guys, I really should do at some point. Alright, so we're going to do difficult, because the more difficult it is, the better. Better rewards, and to be honest, I did difficult last time and it was no big deal, so let me go ahead and place my campsite down real quick. Let me get a buff. Trial begins, golden chamber. Okay. So what I didn't pay attention to last time when I first was doing this, that 4 of these have little symbols above them, and we need to go to rooms corresponding to these colors. So we need white, red, gold, and purple. And of those 4, only purple is through that door over there. So once we go through purple, I need to find either yellow, red, or white. So if I can remember that, and to be honest with you, it can be very difficult for me to remember these things, so I'm going to entrust myself with a notepad. So purple, yellow, I'm going to do a yellow H is what I'm calling that, red, triangle, white, I'm going to call it a snowflake. And then we're going to purple anyway, so I'm not too concerned about what it's actually called. So put that right about there. Not covering anything. Alright. So let's go ahead and we're going to go in through purple. I do need to go ahead and make sure everything is ready to be popped, ready to go for buffs wise. I'm going to try to speed through this one a lot better than I did last time, because it's the first time going through it, I didn't know what the heck I was doing. My goal is to try to do this in less than 30 minutes. Seems fairly reasonable. Get my pets fed, so that way they're not going to be an issue. And then the last thing is these guys do benefit from loot scrolls, I believe. Monster Zone info. We are at Erethia's Limbo. Yeah, according to this... Oh, no item. Okay, so we're not going to use item scroll then. But apparently it's recommending a 290 AP. That's what they recommend. And I'm at 285. What is it? What Erethia is hiding? Piece to the Arrakans. Arrakans? Dreadwinter Guardian title? Sorry, I've always wanted your title. Okay. Alright. Alright, so let's go ahead and pop into this purple room real quick. I believe that's all my buffs. I could do a couple perfumes, but we're not going to worry about that right now. So you let the energy contained in the gate take over you. Man, it'd be helpful if I woke up, right? So blue, purple, and gold, so I do need to try to get these. You must resist by either using limbo, spires, or defeating spirits of origin. So there's one enemy that is usually known as a spirit of origin, and I think it kind of depends on the stage what the enemy is going to be, or like what the trial is going to be. Sometimes you have to defend objectives, other times you just need to kill things, other times you need to protect objectives. In this case, I think it's just, you know, kill things off and survive. And the pillars I could talk to and interact with, which consumes one of the 5 flames on it, and that gives me like extra buffs and such. Yeah, there's a buff that I have. It's this last buff right over here. If I don't find the NPC, the Slumbering Origin one, it's going to be a lot of me turning around trying to find the guy. But if I don't defeat this guy, what ends up happening is another debuff appears. Is this one right here, which reduces my DP by 200. And over the course of time, that will slowly get me killed because the enemy has a higher advantage versus me because my defense is so low because of that debuff. So I have to keep finding the dude, kill him to then protect myself from that debuff. And he only spawns when I get down to like the last couple of seconds. I like how, you know, they say, oh, you need to be at 290 AP. I'm 285. The map is a liar. But then again, Kuno also is like a really, really good AoE DPS class, in my opinion. Really good. Okay, any origin dudes? There he is. I think the other part too that Kuno is just so good is the buffs and debuffs that I have in my toolkit from my skill add-ons are just really good. Like those 2 debuffs there that I inflict on the enemy is just, it's insane. I think it's like almost a 40 minus DP debuff for like 10-15 seconds. I think it's only against monsters, to be honest with you. At least I know the big one, which is 30, and that one is only against monsters. What I'm saying is my character is completely spec'd out for PvE and not PvP, because I just dislike the PvP system in this game. It requires a lot of skill to just knock somebody on the ground and then full combo them down, you know. For all intents and purposes too, like some people will say, well, you need to be a certain gear score before PvP is enjoyable. I think I'm like 640. Oh gosh. Loaded textures are not loading. It's the sky. Okay, we're fine. It's the sky. But yeah, I'm like 640 gear score. And some people might say, well, you need to be 650 gear score to really enjoy PvP. If I could really enjoy PvP below 650 versus higher than 650, like that, being a certain gear score shouldn't matter. I've seen the argument, though, where people are like, well, you need to have a higher gear score to really enjoy PvP. Even if I was equally matched, Arena Solar was not a fun place for me to go to. I actually hated it so much. Alright. Sneaking around. There he is. The sky, it's back. It's not actually the sky. It just kind of looks like the sky because it's blue, you know. I'm going to use like 3 abilities here. All limbos are intact. 3 doors are open. Alright, nice. So we've cleansed the purple room, which is where we're at, as indicated by these 3 here. So now we need to go to yellow. So next 2 are going to be red triangle and white snowflake. And at any time if we need to like go over and see what ones we're still missing, there's triangle. Having with the grudges, scales become sturdy and hard. I think I need to lure the origin guys to these pillars now. Hey, buddy. So I think what I have to do on this one, I have to kill the soul of origin, and then a flame gets attached to one of the other enemies nearby. And then I kill the enemy that has that soul of origin on them. Yeah, I already did that, apparently. So we need DPS down the soul of origin, DPS down the mob that then gets the little flame effect attached to it near one of the pillars. So we can energy appear as the horde dissipates. Or maybe I just need to kill him. I don't know. There's a few of them that I remember, but I just need to kill just the soul, it looks like. There's another one. The Limbo Spire has been completely filled, so I need to do 2 more. Trying to focus on the daily too. Where's this dude at? Alright, another one bites the dust. That's another one completely filled. Really whiffed. We need at least 2 more. I didn't turn my Vel's heart on, apparently. It was on. It just... Oh, the sky's back. It's that weird moment where the Vel's heart is technically on, but it didn't activate. Nope. There you are. Should be all three. Yeah, they're all three done. So most of these rooms are like on a timer, and the timer is not really skippable to my understanding. Maybe I have to kill another one after all three are full. I don't know, but I'll test that here. No other pop-ups happen, and there's no other pillars, so I'm assuming I just need to wait out the timer. Like, there's a hard cap. You just gotta wait for the time to expire. And once the time's expired, then you can go ahead and move on to the next one. So we're like 2 rooms deep, and I already have 500 kills pretty much. That's insane. By the way, the dailies here are also for 20 total capstones, so that's nice. Alright, there we go. 3 doors are open. Alright, so we've done purple, yellow H. Now we're going to red triangle. Last one is white snowflake. So I'm hoping to find the white snowflake in this next room. Drink a cup of water, or drink a cup of water. Take a sip from my water. Imbue the spire with 5 souls of origin. Okay. White snowflakes over there. Okay. This guy wasn't moving for a while, so I figured he was a soul of origin. Is this the one that I had to bring him over? I think so. Or maybe it follows me. I don't remember. So whenever I see this guy, he's a very distinct... Like, the enemy that's the soul of origin, there's a very distinct color for him. They're usually completely white. I think he just, the spirit or the soul thing kind of like follows me. Horrors that consumed Erakantis are raining down. Clear them all out here. Just curious, this thing seems to follow me. I thought at first, maybe when I did this one, it seems to like follow the enemies. But no, I think it just follows me. Yeah, I'm here. I think I need one more after this. Okay, little flame spirit dude, get in there. Now we have to do this for another one. Should be, I think, total of 3 spires that appear here. The sun is back, the sky. Here come your little flame. Hop inside there, please. Thank you. Boom. Jump through everybody. Get back over here to the little pillar. Wait for enemies to show up. Wait for them to spawn in. There he is. Go and get this last one over here. Should be this pillar done, hopefully. Might be one more, actually. Looks like it's gonna be one more. Thankfully, it's like right here, so. Now this pillar should be done. A new pillar shows itself. As long as the white door opens up, I'll be fine. If not, I have to go to a completely different room and hope that I get it. I think this dude's already dead. It's kind of hard to see, though. He's killed. I need to do 3 more. Please be relatively nearby. Ah! Get stuck in my own animation loops. It's already been about 20 minutes. Come here. Please don't finish yet. I don't know what the time is on each of these rooms, if it's like 5 minutes or something. I know I'm getting close to the end of the timer, though, that's for sure. Hurry up, little flame. Need one more. Come on, get over here. Little flame, hurry up. Okay. I don't know. Maybe there's like a perfect timing there, but either way, I'm glad that the white snowflake was unlocked, because this is the last room that I need. That was the closest to all 3 of those on that particular puzzle that I did. And this is only like my second time ever being here, realistically. So, first time I was kind of screwing around and not really knowing what I was supposed to do. But this should be the last room. Defend the spires. Oh boy. So this is going to be me just spastically looking around here. There's going to be a total of 4 enemies that appear. We just have to prioritize them over anybody else. And I will admit, this is when I realized that my AP is just a little bit lacking. Just a tad bit. Not enough that this is impossible, but this definitely gets very close at times. The huge mob isn't even that big of a deal at this point, too. Like, they just don't bother me, which I'm very thankful for. Shred of powerful force appears to drive off the horror. Go ahead, DPS 2 of them down a little bit. Make my life a little easier. The closer that I clear 2 together, though, the harder this is actually going to be, and my stamina's out. Great changes you guys made to the Kuno part of this. Great changes. This guy real quick. Okay. Everything's on cooldown. Cooldown, not on cooldown. That's good to know. This guy now. Two of the pillars don't have the top piece anymore. I was about to say that's on cooldown, but there is no cooldown for it. I just am out of stamina all the time now. For those of you curious about my comment about nice changes for Abyss, it's because of Kuno's stamina. She was just too unfair in PvP. Who gives a frick? You also reworked her, and she was ultimately garbage before then, so... The rework actually made Kuno's class viable, in my opinion. It made it so much better. But then, you know, why go through the rework if you're just going to go ahead and start nerfing her anyways? Granted, it took like 7 months before they actually got to that point. So, you know, it was pretty fun. The pretty good amount of time. But, you know, Arena of Solar comes out. Now we nerf Kuno. Why? Because probably all the Musa fanboys were all like, oh, this isn't fair. We're getting killed by Kunos, of all things. Kunos! You know? That's my prediction. I don't really know why, but could be enough people complaining that Kuno is actually getting the top 100, and we can't allow that. Secession Kuno, though, is actually pretty good, from what I hear on PvP. So here is the treasure room. What we're going to do is we're going to give this token, Forgotten Witch's token, to this chest over here, and then we get Arethia's box. And now we can also destroy the chests that are on the ground. One flame frost. Only one out of that whole thing? I guess it's fine. We do get this as well, which gave us another one of these, and then another flame as well as, like, how much capstones? 44? 113? So that wasn't too bad. Pretty profitable, like 20 minutes, give or take. 25. Alright, so now we should be able to go back to the first chamber, and then we should be able to leave Arethia's limbo. Talk to the NPC who gave us the 2 dailies, complete those out for like another 20 capstones, and in total that'll put us to 82, and then over here we can get like another 30, so it's over 100 capstones in just this short amount of time. Oh, this looks nice. Now, where, oh where is the way out? Finish. So we get teleported back to the normal world of Black Desert, the open world at the Limbo. We can go then talk to Kello, who's the daily, or the node manager, NPC that we talked to finish out the daily quests. To be honest with you guys, trying to think how much more money I actually need. I think it's like less than 500 million, like one more half a bill, which is like another 2 hours at Jade Starlight. The reason why is escape to the mountain of eternal winter. If I can do that one more day's worth, it'll probably be like tomorrow. I might try to enhance my God ride to Tet tomorrow. I might. Those attempts, I'm attempting to do them without doing them safely, not trying to do them where I would potentially end up downgrading it. So we're at a try right now. Getting to a Tet would be actually really good. I think it's like 1 or 2 more AP, and I'm totally fine with that. Ugh. I got the hiccups. So that's gonna be my goal, is to do that. But let's go and do like an hour at Mirawak or something, which is like 3 rooms. Wish I had a Pegasus. I could just jump off here and not feel any pain. Pretty sure Pegasus gets like prevention for fall damage, or maybe it's a kind of like the lawn where you get 90% less fall damage, or no, lawn's immune. Never mind. Tells you how much I don't like lawn anyways. Alright. We're going to head through the grind spot over here, just freak out a few people. That's fine. I don't really see anybody. I could do like an hour here at Jade, go to Marnie's zone, just not deal with other people, but I'm going to go to Mirawak. I think that'll be more fun. Also, it has become sort of a custom of mine. I'm going to go ahead and accept these anyway, but we're not going to do them right now. I'll do them probably sometime tonight. But it has become a custom of mine whenever I go to do the quests, either collect them or turn them in to kill these 2 tombs, because it's the only thing, as far as knowledge goes, that I do not have an S rank of. If I go to Tomb, Ecology, Mountain of Eternal Winter, so this right here is the only thing I do not have. So it's an A+, everything else is an S rank. And it's those 2, and there's another spot where there's like another 2, but I'm not worried about that right now. Oh, somebody just did the, the thing over there. Just hurt my poor horsey. How dare they? Rude. Let's head over to Ailton again real quick. Let me go dump off a ton of stuff real quick. Only got 1 ember from that, or actually 2. I lie. We did only get 1 ember from the treasure chest on the ground, and then I opened up that bundle and I got 1 more. It's usually 2 that I've seen. Maybe I've seen people get like 3 or 4 there doing that, but I think it's usually like 1 or 2. Which, to be completely fair, in not like less than half an hour getting 2, that's really good. Like getting more than 2 an hour IMO is good. So I usually only do these in like groups of 50, so we're gonna do another 30 real quick. Let's go ahead and just slap. Make these up. These are also gonna sell for pretty good silver too. Unfortunately, I only have 188 from killing like 2,000 of those guys, give or take. There's also this that I don't know how much this crystal would go for. It's an Ulucus crystal. Ignore knockdown resistance. Ulucus, ignore knockdown or knockback resistance. Knockdown resistance. So it's this one. This one's actually a high-priced one, and I do have one apparently from doing this before.
How long do you plan to stay?
Put these in storage. Actually, those in storage. This in storage. I need to actually craft that. Ooh, I got another like 40 capstones there. How do I craft this? So I need Heavenly Essence. This is that item. I need an Ulucus Crystal, Magic Shards, and Dragon Scale Fossil times by 10. Or 100, rather. So I need the Ulucus Crystal. Don't have it, apparently. So, Ulucus Crystal. I apparently need... I'm going to go ahead and purchase... Yeah, that's expensive. I'll just purchase 1. I was going to purchase 10 because... Part of me is like, oh, I can always just purchase more. And then, you know, if I ever get another one... Well, the keyword is if. I've only had 2 of these trials before, ever. So I need magical shards times by 10. I'm just going to grab like 10 of these and then make them up real quick. And then I'm going to need 100 of these. Do I have magical shards on me? Magical. No, I do not. Okay. So this I need to heat. So let's go ahead and put on my life skilling gear real quick. I need to heat this mass process. And then just wait for these to go. Once these are done, I'll make up that 1 crystal real quick. And then we'll head over to Mirwak for a few. It's taking me an hour just to do what is quite literally very simple stuff. It's crazy how time flies. Something about the music score here is really nice in Hilton. This music in particular is really, really nice. I'm sorry to talk over it, but it's so good. I legitimately have the chills. It's crazy. I had a feeling I was going to get 11. So I combine this with Olicus Crystal, 100 of these and 10 of those. I had a feeling I was going to get 11 of these anyways, so that's exciting. Let me move them around somewhere. Just going to move that. Let's move that down there.
How long do you plan to stay?
Put that crystal away. And then now I'm going to cap up my helmet just a little bit more. I usually do them in about 100 each. So let's just do another 100.
How long do you plan to stay?
Put these away. Also, I need to grab these before I forget, because these you get from the actual Mirwak's Labyrinth. Just in case the boss actually decides to spawn and then actually make it to Tori. Let's see. Tori is Marnie's like #1 lab assistant or something like that. It's Tori, in case anybody's curious. Tori can be spelled like a million different ways, I know. I know of a couple other Tories IRL. I don't believe... Do item collection scrolls affect the... Lots of monsters, skill XP? It doesn't say that it doesn't. And you can also get embers over here, although I haven't actually gotten one yet, and I've spent a couple of hours here already. Apparently you can also get witch tokens, which I'm not... I'm not really looking forward to, like, expecting, you know? I have a video in the works right now that I'm just trying to get some B-roll footage. And it's basically about helping you on your grind in Black Desert. And hopefully you don't get stuck on, you know, braziers like I do. But it's to basically help you on your grind in Black Desert to know that, you know, go into a grind not expecting the best or expecting the most, you know. Go into a grind knowing that, you know, you're there to learn, you're there to make some, you know, passive money. But if you're going for like a treasure piece, more than likely expect maybe, you know, 50 million at least profit. If you can at least expect 50 mil profit, going on a treasure grind is actually pretty affordable. You can actually purchase the tent buff for the 50 million if you can get 50 million. If you can earn 50 million, make more than what it cost you to purchase that one buff or purchase any other buffs, then you should realize that that grind was not a bad thing. It may not be the best, you know, other people might have an easier time getting more silver an hour than you, but don't compare yourselves to others, and just, you know, as long as you're enjoying the grind, that's all that matters. Because at the end of the day, if you're not enjoying the grind, you're not going to want to do the grind. So easier said than done, but alright, so here we are at the Sherikon Iron Mine. Mirwax Labyrinth is a labyrinth. Basically, this is a grind spot that has, as the tag descriptions say, lots of monsters. It is a very interesting grind spot, I would say. Let me get my loot scrolls ready.
I'll give you the information.
So that's 10 here, and 10 on the other one, but one of these I've never done before because you have to defeat Versades, which apparently is like a mini boss in this location, and I have yet to actually even see it. So yeah. So the grind spot is fairly simple. To kind of explain it a little bit, I'm not going to use Agris. Yeah, no, I could actually, but nah, I'll hold on to it. Farm should be fine. Workers, let me make sure that they're still working and going. They are. 13%. Okay, let's go into the labyrinth. So pretty much what happens is you go into the labyrinth. There's a bunch of like little crab lobster creatures that like show up, and then you have to kill them. Over the course of time, eventually leaders or generals, commanders, they will show up, and when they do, the mobs get even more aggressive, one shall say. Go ahead and pop this, get this going. I'm also going to pop an hour-long buff here so I know roughly when an hour has passed. We're going to stick with combat light stones unless I absolutely need to. This also affects, like, puts down some poison. It doesn't seem to affect me. Like, I don't see any debuffs whenever this happens. But here's the enemies, Maraskas. They're just super simple to kill. Bear in mind, I'm also 285 and kind of buffed out of my mind. So keep that in mind if you're going to this spot and you're like, how come I can't do this as a Kuno? Got like all the skill add-ons like perfectly balanced for PvE. Also, I might as well enjoy this because this ability here, they're changing in the global labs to be where if you use it while it's on cooldown, which is down here, it'll do half damage. So I'm really looking forward to just having Kuno nerfed into the ground. You know, let's rework a character, make it a little bit better, and then just spit in the face of the players that decide to start playing Kuno because Kuno is viable again. I don't care what people say, I'm not going to play as Musa. I'm not doing it. I don't care if it's meta, I don't care if it's good for PvE, I'm not playing a class just because it's meta, you should do it. No. Probably gonna change it too to make the skill add-on only affect when it's not on cooldown too, because right now it doesn't adhere to that rule. So there's an egg brooding. So this one, it'll just drop eggs and it'll spawn even more over the course of time. So this one you want to try to prioritize whenever it shows up. Now so far, as you can tell, I just haven't really taken a whole lot of damage, partly because Kuno's insane life regen or life steal abilities, but there's also the other side that these mobs just don't really attack you. They hit you once and then they like run away, and then they're just not really coordinated. When the leaders show up, like a commander here for example, every single one of these guys is going to stick to me like glue. So if I just stand still for a minute here, they will literally stick to me like glue. They don't go around wandering. They become coordinated. That's what's really unique about this spot, is that the AI is just kind of derpy and kind of does its own thing. But once a leader shows up, all hands on deck, and they all like surround you. So I wouldn't recommend a class that is good in like directional situations. I'd recommend a class that is an AoE for sure. And Kuno excels in that. Not trying to convert more people to be Kuno players, knowing some of the buffs that are coming, or the nerfs rather that are coming. At the end of the day, whether you want to play a certain class or not, just play what you enjoy playing. Me, I enjoy hooping, so here we are. Fun fact, IRL, I suck at hula hooping. So, you know. One of these days, there might be a video of me on the internet learning how to do learning how to hula hoop. All because my character in Black Desert knows how to hula hoop quite well, actually. Also, realistically, if I were to throw a hula hoop down like this, it wouldn't do this. It would never return to me. Some sort of wizardry happens. I'll just call it video game logic. And it looks like they are also affected by some CCs or knockbacks. I think it was a float, actually. Yeah, it was a float. Okay, another commander, so get ready to get swarmed here in a second. Quite literally from all directions. Here they come. So, Kuno's, why is Kuno viable in this spot? Why do I love the fact that Kuno's so good here? One, 360 degrees, like her AoEs in most cases is really good 360 degree wise. Two, lifesteal potential. I'm able to just sit in the middle of all those mobs and not really worry, despite having a combat EXP artifacts going instead of my evasion buff ones. Because, I'll be honest, I'm fairly certain at this point that even if I did have the extra evasion, it wouldn't matter too much. I could just sit in the middle of all of it and tank all these shots. Whether the evasion's helping or not, my lifesteal just would not let me die. The only issue that I have with this spot is actually more of a loot-related problem. My pets are not tier 4s. I don't even have a single tier 4 pet. And because of that, a lot of the times my pets are not looting that fast. And before anybody says, get a tier 5 pet, you need a tier 4 pet to do that, so. And these guys are still buffed somehow. I think a general, I don't know if it like bugs or what, but sometimes the guys will still be buffed. You can tell they are because of the little blue sword icon. And plus they're sticking to me like glue. I don't know what causes that to happen. It's like when the general dies, sometimes they just stay buffed. I'm not going to tell the game that, you know, the general's not alive anymore and that it shouldn't be, because this makes the grind a lot easier. Or maybe because it's like a general, it has like an effect on the area for a while. I don't know. Are they all normal again? Nope, they're still buffed. Huh. Also, these burrows, you'll see those green baneling looking dudes kind of rolling around and then eventually pop on you. Commander has appeared. Or shaking one, or yeah, that guy. He's just annoying. Those green little ones that roll and then pop on you, the burrows actually spawn them, to my knowledge. I just use my forward guard and mitigate any sort of damage that would occur to me anyways. Super armor. If it's not for the life steal potential and just keeping myself alive with the awakening state, it's just so easy to get out of it, like out of combat. Oh, I'm getting hit. Boop, I'm not getting hit no more. I'm not trying to say Kuno is, you know, like god tier class for this spot, but there's a lot of benefits to having a Kuno here, especially awakening. The AoE is just nuts. I'm waiting for the day to read in the global labs or even like the normal patch notes that this is getting a range debuff. I'm waiting for it. This spin. They buffed it because their reasoning was it was too short of a range before the rework, the reboot. Since the reboot, it has increased the range by like, I think it was 20%, 10%, something like that. Which it needed to, admittedly. But I'm waiting for them to be like, yeah, no, we're going to change it back to what it was before. It's too big. And at that point, yes, I will get involved on the forums and be like, you know, you guys made all these promises to change classes and make them more modernized. What have you actually not reverted back on classes? You know, yes, Kuno wasn't really in the best spot before the rework. Since the rework, Kuno has actually been a lot more fun to play, and a lot of classes, I'm sure, who got reworked have been a lot more fun to play. But at what point are you guys satisfied with completely screwing over the fan base because, you know, oh, we made some mistakes? No, it's because you didn't actually run the course of time on the global labs for a lot of these things. Or did you? I don't know. I'm with a lot of other content creators in that they need a dedicated group of individuals for class balancing and stuff, and not rely on just a PvP system of 3v3 to do it. You need people who are dedicated to PvE to come up with PvE buffs or nerfs, and then also same thing with PvP stuff. You need a group of people dedicated to just doing PvP and figuring out what works and what doesn't, or change the way that PvE and PvP is calculated by the game engine. So if you're fighting another player, the game would know, okay, you're fighting a human player versus like a human NPC at a grind spot. That would require almost a complete overhaul of the system, and I don't think that would be very feasible. Also, these burrows sometimes are really stupid. They spawn in some of the weirdest ways, I tell you what. I tell you what. See all those loot pillars over here too? Like, my pets just don't loot this stuff fast enough. And what's funny is you can actually spam faster if you let them hit you. I learned that a few days ago. Now, to go back more to the grind spot here, instead of my rant about PvP and PvE and how they, you know, how I feel they should approach doing any sort of changes. The grind spot here, there's a few interesting things about it. I don't know how long it takes to clear a floor. I don't think it's time-based. It could be. You just basically just get thrown into a slugfest here, and then eventually, at some point, everything calms down, you're able to go to the next location. Like this, right now, they're about to all despawn. I don't know if it's like, because that was about 13 minutes, give or take. Maybe about 10. But we can go even further into the Mirrorwhack Burrow. Or I guess more the Labyrinth. It's weird because I don't know if it's like related to how many mobs you kill, or if it's related to like how much that you stay in one spot. Pop this, why not? So this is the other one that I've been to. There's only 2 that I know of. There might be a third, I don't know. And as far as rooms, if I were to accumulate all my grind time together, this is room number 6 now, or maybe 7. I don't remember. It's one or the other. I mean, to be fair, too, it's not like they're too far spread out or anything. They do wander fairly close to your character. as far as a Kuno goes, I mean, I can hit pretty much everything that wanders around her, so I'm okay with this. But then there are moments where they kind of get stuck on weird random scenery. Because again, this game is totally, you know, well polished, and there's no real bugs of, you know, grind spot location errors or, you know, things like that. The more that I play the game and the more that I've like paid attention to certain things, the more I'm like, really, Prolibus? Really? Like, burrows should not be spawning in weird spots. They should have like a designated spot that they always could potentially spawn from, and not like what you saw last time where it was like looking up at the sky. Like, that's not how a burrow works. Unless it's like an on the ground burrow, but you need to make it look different than just like a cave burrow like this one. Entirety trembles to awaken the keeper? Is this the boss? Have I been talking so much trash that they're like, you know what? Okay. I guess we'll move to the room where the owner of the Mirrorwax Labyrinth is located. Oh. This must be the Mercedes that I've heard so much about. Yes. Sublime. I feel like I might die a few times. Okay, I was watching a streamer and I did see this room, so I knew this room kind of existed. You know, funnily enough, though, they were alone and they could go back up there, but, you know, I'm not going to complain about that. So, this is a boss. Muraska's approach to suppress any invaders. I don't know what's about to happen. Full transparency, never seen this before. And the fact that there's spiderwebs everywhere makes me very uncomfortable. There's an earth shaking one around here somewhere. I'm staring at my mini-map. Waiting to see the elite symbol. Still waiting to see it. He's around here somewheres. There he is. That's an egg brooding one. The road that leads to the chamber where Mercedes slumbers is closed. So is it a time thing that I have to get here before that notification? Due to the commotion, the keeper of Mirrorwax Labyrinth awakens. Oh boy. I do not have knowledge of Mercedes, and I don't know how rough this fight's going to be. The person who was playing as the lawn class, they kept like backing up, so I don't know really what the your score was either, but I would make a claim like Lawn is just not a really good PvE class, but I know that's not entirely true. Lawn's actually pretty good in Secession from my understanding, but I'm just a simple Kuno boy. How am I supposed to know? Emits a powerful signal outward. As if to be like what? I have a feeling this is going to be a very underwhelming fight because I just am so quick to get behind her. It's just not even fair. I hit V. I heard the sound effect. Thanks, game. Yeah, I like how, you know, there's a quite literal cooldown going on there. Like, hey, I hit V, but, you know, I died. So that's exciting. I backed up because I wasn't sure how powerful this so-called powerful attack was. Marasto. I know that guy. This dude right here. Holy moly, dude. I just thin the herd a little bit. We'll be fine. Just gonna try to kill Morasto real quick. He did. Finish the daily for leaders, so that's nice. This egg brooding one, I think, is causing me a lot of grief right now, too. I'm going to try to, as well, before I kill off Mercedes here, to bring out my knowledge group of pets. I might be getting greedy. Let's play it safe here. Jeez. You're not killing me. Go away. You're dead. You're dead. Stop emitting a powerful signal. You're dead. I'm getting way too greedy. There we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. Okay, so Tori apparently, it looks like, is over here now. So everybody will be moved to the beginning in 10 minutes. I need to find Tori in that time. Ah, it looks like up there. Nice. So this is Marnie's assistant. Thanks for the 10 capstones. Now, apparently you can exchange these. Oh, okay. So I have 17 of these bad boys. Let's go ahead and do all 17 of these. Thank you. We still have to kill like 1,000 of them, so... there's no way to like go further down, I don't think. Okay, so this is the fight area that we just were at. Nice. Not too bad. Only died once. Kind of expected it, to be completely honest with you guys. But yeah, that wasn't too bad. Let me go and back into the mine and try to do another... It's gonna be like another 2 rooms. Oh, it was only like 20 minutes, I think. 30 minutes. I could do like maybe 2 more rooms, and then that'll probably be it for stream today. $24 capstones, 35 ancient spirit dust. So far, that's pretty good haul. Not too bad. It has its moments, you know. Black Desert is a really good game. I really want it to succeed. But it has its moments where things are just really annoying, whether it be a game balance from the dev side or being something that the game is, or like the way that it's played, like a mechanic. Like target chase, which is my character being able to run around not consuming any stamina. Yeah, that might seem very broken, but then in light of the newest stamina changes, like this has become more valuable. Well, what if you go to use it and because of certain stance changes, like forward guard or even super armor here, you can actually cause the effect to not give you the buff, but give you the cooldown. Or in my case, like I did with the V thing, where the timing of it was, you know, I intended to stay alive by using V, but it didn't actually take effect. Little things like that are just so annoying, you know, and if target chase doesn't work, you're stuck with running around using your precious stamina when, according to the game devs, you shouldn't have that much stamina anyways because Kuno's just broken the way it was before or something like that. We need to make it more balanced for other classes. Please. I don't know who got it nerfed. If it was like one person who was like a god at Kuno, or if it was just enough complaining of the so-called whalers on the forums, or me as a Musa, I have an inferiority complex and I can't let a Kuno beat me in the PvP realm. I just can't do that. So you know, I rag on Musas a lot, and I'm sorry if you are a Musa, especially if you're PvE. but I just really, really dislike Musa in PvP. Oh man, they're actually too efficient. That's my beef with them, but again, I'm not going to make any claims of what they should change because I don't do PvP. I don't care about PvP. PvP means nothing to me. But I do believe that a lot of people are fed up with the way that they are making their so-called class changes, and they do need a team dedicated toward just doing class reworks and class balances. Instead of like, oh yeah, we're going to let the people who made the whole story quests for Mountain of Eternal Winter, they're going to be in charge of balancing PvP in the Arena of Solar. Like, that doesn't seem very viable. Unless those people have a, like, very well-grounded knowledge of everything in every single class. There's a lot of classes in this game. It's just not possible. And putting, like, 1 or 2 people in charge of each class, like, you know, they could have up to like 20 or so people just playing the class. Like, their job would be just playing that class and providing feedback on what they think would be kind of important to change or maybe buff, nerf, things like that. And then have like 1 or 2 people sign off on, yeah, that would be a good change to do for this reason or that reason. That would be a very good thing to have, but obviously they might not be hiring. They might have cut back staff. There's a lot of excuses that could be made or could be said about why the PvP system or PvE system sometimes with buffs and nerfs to classes just aren't really there. And if they are there, it doesn't make any sense. Like, I wish they would actually explain as to why. You know, they in a way, it's like they let people know these are accounts that we are banning for violation of our terms of service, or, you know, we found them to be hacking, whatever. And they give an actual legitimate reason for why those people are not allowed to play their game anymore. But then it's like when a class rework happens, they're just like, well, we just found it that Kuno was not really balanced in terms of stamina use, so we're going to make it harder for her to have full stamina all the time. So it wasn't because people were complaining, like I saw on Reddit for like 2 weeks straight before something was actually done about it. And then everybody, like nobody was complaining about the rework afterwards because Kuno is not a popular class. I don't know. I'm just being salty toward the devs now. And some would say they deserve it, but they try their best. It's just their best sometimes just isn't really on par, you know. I know there are other classes that have gotten hit pretty hard. I know Shy got hit pretty hard recently. There's I'm trying to remember some of the other ones that people were complaining about. Shy is the only one that comes to mind because everybody and their mother was like, not the Shy. All these memes are created about, you know, your time is next, and they show a Shy picture, and I'm like, Kuno literally got treated this way last week. Y'all are just a bunch of babies. Grow the F up, man. Like, I moved on. I guess I haven't actually moved on, but I have, you know, come to grips with reality that, you know, at the end of the day, it's on me if I want to play the game. And, you know, if they make a change that's too drastic and I don't like it, I could just stop playing the game. Would that really send much of a message? I don't know. Tends to be those that spend IRL money on the game, you know, those that spend like 10K a month on the game in outfit boxes, then get a bunch of silver because they're too lazy to go grind, but they have like $10,000 they could just throw away. Even the so-called ambassador program, like how much sway do the ambassadors actually really have, you know? For those of you curious, ambassadors are basically voted by the fans to basically represent the fans and get like extra perks and stuff that they can share with their community. There's literally a dude on Twitter, or Twitch rather, that just, does he even play the game? I don't even know. He's an ambassador though. He just sits there and just dances the whole time he's streaming, and it's like, really? Do you even play this game? Like, seriously? You're an ambassador. But hey, it's what happens when you have a a democracy sort of system where it doesn't matter if you're actually good at the game. People who are actually good at the game, who've been playing the game for a lot longer than I have, they just aren't ambassadors. They don't get much of a sway when it comes to decision making at Pearl Abyss. But no, we get some dude who's too busy dancing. Good for him. He's got enough charisma to get votes. Congratulations, you can be a career politician. Okay, before I get too spicy, I'm gonna can this whole conversation, but let me know how you guys feel about the state of the game, because it has its moments where it's shows a lot of promise and changes are made for like quality of life changes that are really, really good going forward, but then there are other times where, you know, one class gets nerfed a little too hard and nobody in the community really wants it, but the devs are like, this has to happen. Get some leaders to spawn now, nice. HP's looking a little smite low. Destroy this burrow. Going. I want to try to finish the 2,000 before I go to one more room. So I'll be honest, I don't really want to continue past this one room, but if I have to get the daily, then cool. Burrow alive. Let's try to loot this stuff real quick. The general has appeared. Oh gosh. Y'all come running at me now. There we go. That's a great time for Black Spirit's Rage to kick into effect. I think if I keep that general alive for a little bit longer, and just kind of group everybody up, this should work in my favor. You literally can just like speed loot like that. It's amazing. Okay, everybody, come over here. Well, that general gets over here. I need a dispatch of you all. Another commander, huh? This one's a commander, not a general. So there's different levels of leadership. There's a leader, and then there's, a general, and then there's a commander. General is higher rank than a commander, I think. Otherwise, he wouldn't be bigger. That's just my 2 cents on why proportionally a general looks like twice the size of a commander. I don't know military ranks, guys. Okay, I'll be 100% with you. Like a lieutenant is above a general. Probably gonna trigger some people by saying stuff like that, but you know, oh well. I don't claim to know these things. Bear in mind, again, that boss, I did attempt, I could have lost some crystals too, but I did attempt it without my evasion buffs, like my extra light stones, It was a combat buff, so realistically, I think if I had my evasion and it was kicking off a little bit more, I think I could have actually beat it without dying, but I kind of know what to expect next time. That large attack seems to be a bunch of those, like, acid spitty ones that just, like, come out of literally everywhere to try to nuke me. 3 more, 2 more, 1 more, and we're done with the daily. The earth-shaking one, I think, is, like, underneath me, hitting the ground like that. Alright, let's go ahead and go back to Shere Khan Iron Mine. It's only been like an hour and 40 minutes realistically, but
Tell you what.
let me get my 20 capstones from that guy. Let's head back to the storage keeper in Ailton, and then I need to open up all those chests that we got from Tori, and then kind of go from there. Before I forget, turn off Vel's Heart. I really wish that check mark was affixed to, like, keybinds instead of me going in and out of my inventory. Like, kind of how the alt system is. I wish that I could do that. Like, in my case, Alt 9 activates my loot scrolls. So I could just Alt 9 and then activate with spacebar, or like Alt 0 turns them off. Alt in is for like my maids or butlers for storage. And then Alt M is for my central market. Like, I wish there was a keybind for that, but it doesn't really have to be a thing, I guess. With Mirrorwax Labyrinth, I could see me doing that a lot more. Like, the junk loot is not great by any stretch of the imagination. It's just, I mean, we got 6,000, and to be honest, it's a lot lighter. It's 0.10 LT instead of 0.3, but it's only 9,000 per item. That wasn't even a full hour, admittedly. It was more like barely 40 minutes for like 6K, and we weren't using Agris, so maybe if I use Agris, it might be a lot better, but nah, it's a pretty fun spot to go to for the daily, and, you know, if I end up getting the boss to spawn like I did today, then cool. I just don't really know what these boxes, like if it's only one of the items or some of the items. We're about to find out what these boxes give me, so. For now, though, we're going to... Hang on. I was going to sell over there, but I want to sell through the storage keeper. That way I can see how much we're actually about to get.
What? You think me and Bayarma look alike?
Put those in there. Sell item. How much is this? 65 mil for like 40 minutes. It's not terrible. It's not, you know, amazing, but it's not terrible. Let me just go ahead and go to Simple Alchemy. This, and this. Make 10 more capstones from here. This will put me at 55. And then these chests, one of the following items. So it's only one. Let's go put those away. Let's get these capstones out. That's another 100 right there. We also got one more of those, so that's not too bad. Let's go ahead and open up these chests. Real quick, though, I want to make sure that I use these capstones. That way I can see how much I actually get near the end of this. I just should have done 100 and then hit level up. I sneeze, hang on. Oh, goodness.
Have you given any thought to the hill swamp?
So we have 17 of these chests. Let's go ahead and... Oh, they actually give multiple items. Never mind. We got a Ember of Frost on the first one. All right. 2 embers. 4 embers. Oh my gosh. We got 4 embers from that. Holy. That was way easier. Okay. I understand Erethia's limbo is actually very simple to go through, you know. Like 30 minutes. I spent the equivalent amount of time, and it took me like 3 hours to get that one boss to spawn, but the rewards were so worth it. Wow. I mean, it's 4 embers. That is literally like a solid hour at Jade Starlight, you know. Jeez. I have 9 more flames to go. I want to try to hit it in under 40 hours, and to be completely frank with you guys, I am currently sitting at 41.05 hours. The .05 is like 10, 15 minutes or so. Yeah, we'll have to see how that actually goes, because 9 more hours. I think I can do it in less than 50 hours, but I wanted to do it in less than 40, but what are you going to do? Drop rate be what drop rate is, so. Oh, man. It was actually very, very good. Very productive 2 hours, if you ask me. The biggest issue now is that I just want to get the Garmoth's heart, and then that'll be one step closer to, like, ultra late game gear. Blackstar is the way that it is, and you know, it's, at the end of the day, it just comes down to me getting enough money to then go ahead and attempt the armor. That's pretty much what it comes down to. How much is this? Another 160 mil? Sure, why not? So at the end of the day, it's just a matter of me right now trying to just make tons of money. Let me go ahead and actually set these to sell right here. Let me go ahead and set a bunch of other accessories to sell that I don't really need at the moment. Narc's earring, let me just go ahead and put that at about 50k or 50 mil. There's a Pry Tungrad ring. Let me just go ahead and put it. Wow, that's actually way above the base, and nobody's wanting to purchase one, so I'll just put it right about there. There's a couple other ones. I think there was a Pry earring that I also tapped. Maybe I put it up to sell and it sold. Probably did. Pry, yeah, it did sell. Okay, nice. Is there anything else that I would need to sell? I could put these up to sell. I mean, they're awakening slot crystals, which, I mean, it's not bad. All accuracies. I mean, accuracy is accuracy, but ignore knockdown, bound resist. I mean, that would be good. 14% for 2 of those. That would be really good, but I'm sacrificing my helmet slots. Advice for someone who's trying to get into Awakened Kuno. Spend the time to get to know the class. I think that could be said for a lot of classes in Black Desert, but knowing the distance of certain moves and abilities is like the biggest learning curve for me. There's a lot of traversals now. Ever since the rework and stuff, it made it a lot easier to get around and stuff. But the biggest thing is learning your class, depending on what you're more interested in. And welcome to the stream, Basil. If you're interested in PvE, then I can give you plenty of tips. If it's PvP more is your focus, I don't really know about Awakened Kuno. But back attacks are your best friend. Always try to stay behind the enemy to just do a ton more damage. You have so many abilities and stuff to help get you from literally point A to point B. Like, it's ridiculous. Let's say my horse here. Let me actually turn on my key binding. So just something as simple as hitting the side and spacebar allows you, or shift allows you to just blink from side to side. You could also double tap, but if you go like this, quickly turn your mouse to the side and then just hit sideways and shift and then continue the rotation, you actually get behind something really quickly. So prioritize back attacks above all else. That'd be my number one thing with Awakened Kuno, or any class really, but Kuno is just so easy to like maneuver around enemies and stuff. And I think also, this doesn't consume stamina at all. So if it takes you an extra second or so to get behind an enemy, go ahead and do it. If you're comfortable with it, just, you know, blink from, say, the front of the enemy behind the enemy like this. It's so important to stay behind.
If you're here longer than a season, right?
Also, Awakened Kuno has a lot more AoE stuff too. So places, if you want to go back, and I don't know how long you've been here, but if you go back in the stream about maybe 15-20 minutes, you'll see me at Mirawak Labyrinth. A lot of AoE stuff goes on there, and Kuno is really good at AoE stuff, in my opinion. It has its moments where the class is really, really good, and then it has its moments where it's not, but obviously gear score is the big one too. Higher your gear score, the better class will be, generally speaking. So, Trying to think what else I might want to do real quick. I guess I can maybe go to RBF. I suck at RBF, but you know, it's been a while since I've been there. We'll do maybe a round or two of RBF. Maybe try to show off my horrible PvP skills, but you know, hopefully we'll get a couple of kills here and there. Or at the very least, Kuno is, if you're getting to PvP, both Session and Awakening is more of a flanker, so you don't want to be like a front line. You want to go in and cause just absolute chaos as best you can. In my case, it results in me dying 9 times out of 10, but the few times that I have actually pulled it off, it caused chaos and killed somebody, it feels so good. Now here's hoping that I can actually calm my anger. This one has been going on for 3 minutes, really? So here's quite a few. Let's see, what is it? Breath. I need strength, I think. Do I? Yeah, strength. Health would actually be really nice too, but strength I need a lot more of. Okay. Before we go too far, let me go ahead and pop some PvP buff. So, right meal. Let me get my Vel's Heart going here. Ding. Is there anything else I need? No. I'm not gonna worry about it. This might be a little distracting for the thing, but now you can actually see what exactly I'm pushing while we're doing this. It's been a while since I did PvP, so be prepared for the worst. PvP is just cap, dude. I'm sorry. It really is, and truly is. Kuno's grab is like the worst grab in the game. You cannot change my mind. I literally have to be making out with somebody in order to grab them. It's ridiculous. Lawn can grab somebody from 4.5 oceans away. I think it's Striker can run into you, grab you by the throat, and then throw you down. It's just ridiculous, really. Let me head up over to 4. That dude literally went from like no HP back up to full. Yeah, Kuno, everybody. Kuno needed that nerf for that stamina, man. It was... She was OP otherwise. Granted, you know, I'm not the best to equate what good Kuno PvP is, but, you know. Make Kuno relevant just to rip any hopes and dreams that people have of Kuno being still relevant later. Yep. Do I even know what killed me? Nope. This 100%. Is this another awakened Kuno? It is. Nice. Try to cap 5 over here. Yeah, here comes a Guardian. Shouldn't have just stayed there. That was my bad, but you know. Every class, it doesn't matter who I verse. This is a typical Kuno in PvP. They're either, you know, geared out the nines, or I really don't understand PvP, and I'm going to go ahead and wager that I really don't understand PvP in this game. That's also giving Pearl Abyss benefit of the doubt and can excuse a lot of their shortcomings, but... spent more time dead than alive here. Kuno really is like one of the worst PvP classes in the game, and it's not even an exaggeration. Like, it just legitimately just sucks. The abilities in which I can use and the ways that you can manipulate, like how the forward guard works or maybe super armor, just Kuno just is not good. There's like one move that Musa can do to start off a combo that downs you, puts you in super armor as the Musa, and then all this other stuff that I don't fully comprehend, I'll be completely honest with you guys. But it's just so broken. There is no such thing as class balance in this game. IMO. Unpopular opinion, I'm sure. I literally have to play like a coward now because this is what I'm versing. See how many times I was stunned there? Kuno can't do that. Just can't do it. I didn't say I was going to enjoy RBF. This is why I don't do RBF. I don't do any PvP content because let me just throw whatever the heck that was, stun you down, then you're dead. Maybe if I, you know, change my character's appearance, maybe what actually needs to happen, maybe I've finally figured it out. I need to make my character as small as possible because then, you know, I can actually do something because the hitbox would be tiny and people can't actually hit me. Maybe that's what I need to do. You know, I gotta take advantage of the character customization. Yeah, here comes a Dark Knight, of course. Dark Knights are actually really good in PvP. Post your comment. Do you think Dustin's going to get at least one kill? My guess is no. I have yet to see the kill. And of course, there's somebody over here with like, I don't know, 5,000 evasion. Because why not? Oh, one hit and my whole block is gone. Wow, that seems balanced. I don't know why you healed me, ally. There's no hope for me. Yeah, let me pick your nose there, dude. You feel good about your life? Could be great if we could, you know, win, but I don't really have much hope. Wow, I actually got a kill. Probably leeched it off of somebody, but you know. Yeah, because that makes sense. Some dude shows up, randomly kills me, and there's two people behind me. What? Oh, there's a Kuno. Let's get her. 2 people right behind me could have saved my life. No, they didn't do anything. You know, that's why I hate PvP in this game, especially group content. At this point, I think I just get lucky. People claim that I'm really lucky when it comes to enhancing, so you know it must be true. Yet again, there's like 5 people behind me, and that punk just kills me. There's Kuno, get her. Would have been nice if you guys killed him, like, you know, 2 seconds before. I would still be alive. This game's PvP is straight up L after L after L, and you cannot change my mind. But you see, Dustin, you're not at 650 gear score. That shouldn't have anything to do with it. It really shouldn't. Being above a certain gear score should not all of a sudden make you a god amongst men. It really shouldn't. Hey, look, there's like 5 people all waiting to camp my butt. Why not? They probably got tired of me stealing this one, so now they're just camping it. At least they're not, you know, trying to camp our spawn, because, you know, they're not that toxic, I guess, but... Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, Kuno 1v1 is trash. Kuno in, like, any sort of group content is utter garbage. Like, what am I supposed to do? Just not play Kuno, I guess, for PvP. Because, you know, the balancing change that we all need to hear is just stop playing the class that you love to play and play a different class, because that is the perfect way to balance a player versus player system. Just don't do it. Just don't play the class. It's trash. Play something that's actually good. But man, that stamina really made her overpowered, you know? Here comes the stun. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for saving my butt. It's not going to help anyways. I'm dead. Oh, and imagine that. They kill me and then they stop moving. Imagine that. Are these just a bunch of bots? We're just not gonna kill each other now. Battle's over. Saw the win screen. I won. I'm done. But let's kill the Kuno. Makes no sense. Absolutely none. So if you're a Kuno, be prepared to be targeted, is what I'm saying. Straight up bull. This is why I don't do RBF. Now, that being said, I am going right back into RBF and doing one more, but I'm going to hate myself doing so. You're not using the right buff, so you don't have enough high enough gear score. If I want to enjoy PvP, that shouldn't matter. It really shouldn't. Everybody should be geared down to whoever's the lowest in RBF and make everybody like, you know, a 50-50 AP DP classes. Like, Arena of Solar, anyone? Nope, that's still not fun. Oh, look, the game decided to put me on the losing team. No, isn't this wonderful? Boy, I just feel so motivated to continue doing PvP in this game. And it's definitely fair and balanced. Yeah, they're going up on top. Because why not? Why some archer or wizard or witch just gonna sit up there and camp everybody? I wish I could see names. I'm gonna swing around and try to get 3 over here. There's people in position, because why not? And yeah, of course I lag, because that makes sense. Now imagine if there was like 2 allies sitting there ready to fight. Oh, now here comes the squad. Yeah. Is my timing just like perpetually off? Is that what's going on here? Like, I go in there, cause a distraction, I lag for like quite literally half a second, which is enough to kill you in this PvP environment. And then what? My allies then roll up? It's after I pull off something like, oh, this is a great opportunity, you guys should capitalize. No, nowhere nearby. They're off in Venezuela somewhere when I'm over in Europe, you know? Again, the god timing that people have is just frustrating more than anything else. So stupid. That's what you get, you punk. Sneaking around, we're good. At least in that instance. Yep, of course. Oh, it's United States. I know that punk. Playing a Meiwa. I wonder why they'd be playing a Meiwa. Maybe because Musa isn't as popular anymore because Meiwa got buffs? I wonder what other old class would be getting a buff. Not Kuno.
You must be very...
And imagine that too. They go around just to kill me and then leave. And you know what's funny? They didn't even go for 2. If they did, then I didn't see it, and my allies captured it back. More likely, they didn't even go for 2. They're not even playing the objective. They're just trying to kill people. My arch nemesis in this game is actually stairs. Anything higher than my ankle, I just can't go over. It's amazing how that works. Like these stairs here. Oh, I can go up those ones. Oh, okay, that's nice to know. But those other stairs, nah, couldn't do it. 2 is being taken. Go over to 2, I suppose. Somebody was just here. Was being taken there for a second. Ah, they were at 5. I had a feeling. Lag central. That's nice. Oh yeah, here comes the Kuno again. But notice that was a Secession Kuno. Because Secession Kuno is more PvP than Awakening is. So exciting. That person is playing the class properly. I can guarantee you that. Because no, you know, proper PvP players playing Awakening. I mean, it looks like we're just holding 3 here, which is nice. What even killed me? Don't even know. Do I have to go back to my old method of if I can get a grab, that's good enough? Like, I don't even care about doing damage. I'll just go in there and grab people. Is that what I have to do? Because I'll do it. Clearly, I can't do enough DPS to kill, so. I just don't even care anymore. Somebody's not staring at their map. Could have easily gotten me. There you go. You happy now? No, of course. Another Kuno comes along and kills me, because why not? Blame you, ally. You brought like 5 of them. You poked the hornet's nest and then you ran. Thanks. If it's not that the enemy is so coordinated, it's that my teammates literally throw. Who cares about winning? Pfft, we don't win around here. That person's on the roof. I just don't care anymore. I just don't. Oh, another thing that might help here. Let me get my maneuver weapon, because that'll definitely allow me to do a lot of damage. Now look at how much that I'm not doing here. Wow, that was amazing, wasn't it? That was so amazing. I did so much damage there. Wasn't that just delightful? That was just so amazing, even with the maneuver. Isn't that great, Pearl Abyss? Oh, Kuno is just so god tier. Right? Well, you see, Dustin, their gear score is higher than yours, so clearly they won the advantage. They clearly won. It's not because your terrible skills are already bad enough, but their gear was way better than yours, so clearly they should have won that engagement, and the better person did win. Yeah, that's fantastic to know. So glad there's an excuse for literally everything. Of course. Hello? Trick Nasty. How about you get in there and, you know, get your 5th kill, why don't you? You see, Dustin, clearly it's your skill that's lacking, and definitely not their gear. Their gear is not that much better than yours, clearly. It only took 3 of you guys to try to kill them, so clearly their gear is not that impressive. You just suck. This witch is just annoying. Oh, that didn't grapple. Okay, that's nice to know. That's what you get. Oh, okay. How do they hit me when they're in front of me? How'd they knock behind me, huh? Someone want to explain how that happened? Just as baffled as me? Great. That's where PvP really shines. It's not really explaining to you how you died, but just that you died. So, PvP in Black Desert, ladies and gentlemen. I don't even care if we're winning. That was just... I don't even care. I really don't. We can throw it. Why not? We don't need a win. Just let them all come in here, you know? When we get down to like the last 100, I want to go and get myself killed because... Yeah, here comes the Kuno again. One move. Literally one skill, and that's what kills me. One skill. Shift E. That's enough to kill me. Really? Is DP just like that much better later on? Oh, it's my artifacts. I don't have the right artifact. Oh, okay. Clearly, that's the problem. I need to get my at least PvE ones. Because, you know, putting myself up and above to like almost 1,000 evasion, that's clearly what was, you know, throwing the whole fight. Clearly, it's my gear score. Definitely not a balancing issue. Definitely not. Definitely not. One skill. Like, are you kidding me? Oh, that did... Oh, okay. You're just trying to play fair, huh? I think we're evenly matched, not gonna lie. No joke, I think we're evenly matched. Like, that guy could have totally had me, but didn't. Someone please kill me, real quick. Just, come on, please, do it. I know you want to. Hey, Kurumi. Hey, kill me. Kill me. When I want to die, people can't kill me. But when I don't want to die, people will kill me left, right. They'll literally come out of the woodworks and just murder me for the sake of it. But when I want them to kill me to then send me back to the beginning so I can collect my stupid 20 Kaffir stones worth, is it really worth it? I don't know. I can go to Jade and have a better time than this atrocity upon mankind. Because now I need to go back into RBF. Then I got to wait at least a minute to then leave RBF. Like, wow, such a great mechanic where you can't leave right away because that would just be unfair. Imagine a system in which things are unfair. Imagine that. Just imagine that for a minute. That'd just be horrible. How unfair things could actually be. Just, oh, it'd be so unfair. So unfair. Now, before people say anything, you know, obviously I don't have full pen gear, and a lot of these things have been just like my reaction in the moment, and it's intended to be more funny than anything else. I'm not truly that mad. It does kind of work me up a little bit, and just makes me really question why this game's PvP system is half as popular as it really is, truly. But imagine, you know, a system in which everything is completely fair. You're probably dealing with like one class and everybody can play that class. Like, when the game first came out, it was Musa and Meiwa, and at the time, that was about as fair as the PvP system could have ever been. To be completely truthful with you guys, I do like the diversification of classes, and I do like the way that the PvP system kind of is. Sometimes, what I really dislike about the PvP system in general is just the way that, oh, I got you on the ground. There's nothing you can do. You're dead now. And when I go to do something like that, because my gear score with Nuver, mind you, is 300 AP, it's still 298 really, and that does make a difference. It's not enough to instantly kill somebody. The one guy that just evaporated before my eyes that didn't have a guild name, the reason why he died was probably because his defense is probably barely above 300, whereas a lot of those other people, like that witch that I just kept dying to over and over and over, they probably have like a 400 DP and like at least a 310 AP would be what I could guess, because they just incinerated me, and it was not even remotely fair. RBF is, by all stretches of the imagination, as far as Valencia RBF, is way more fair than the Kron Castle one. Because Kron Castle, if you get killed and you have like 80 plus points, I think it's like half of those points are gone. And your whole point is just to accumulate as much points as you possibly can on your team to get up to 3,000. If somebody who has a ton of points gets killed, it takes away from your total score and gives it to the enemy. In the Valencia version, it's capture the point. My team could be utterly being destroyed, but I could at least go and capture a few points to stall the enemy and hopefully turn the tide of battle, which I have done before. But there are times where the PvP system in this game is just utter garbage, and why people love it is beyond me. Like, I saw all the time on Twitch when the Arena Solar came out, oh, I'm an Arena Solar addict, this is such a good thing, and I'm like, how do you like this? How? Tell me, please tell me. I would love to know how. But it's just, I don't know. All in all, I know that they're trying their best to address some of the more pertinent issues, but to me, it's just so stupid the way the system is. It is so stupid. It makes me about as angry as I was when I used to play Apex Legends all the time, and that game was just cancerous, to say the least. So me personally, I hate PvP. I just always have. There's something about it where it's like, you know, it's another person, they killed you, and then they just sit there, and whether they try to teabag or taunt you or something, it's just the most infuriating concept in the world to me. But I'm going to go ahead and call a stream here before I get on another rant. I think I've ranted enough today, and hopefully you guys have taken some pleasure in my misery. I'm going to be doing some more stuff in the next couple of days. I want to start making some more progress on my helmet. The maintenance, I believe, is tomorrow night, and after tomorrow night, drop rate goes to 70% instead of 50%. So the next coming week, the next 2 weeks for sure, I do want to start going out to History of Ruins more, but I also don't want to neglect Jade Starlight. So I might do like an hour of Jade in the morning and then maybe 2 hours of History at night on stream, because I want the compass pieces. I do need to start getting them, and then eventually go to Ackman. So I might start doing like a bit of a wheel spin where it's like, where are we going tonight, Ackman or Histria, and then get a thumbnail set up for both, and then hope for whichever one I want, and then we can kind of like go back and forth between the two spots. I think that might be kind of fun. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you guys have, like I said, found me entertaining at the very least. You know, class balance. There's just a lot of things that I wish this game would do better, and it would make the game a lot more enjoyable. Playing the game as a Kuno for as long as I have, and enjoying Kuno as long as I have, I don't want to swap to another class. I don't want my PvP answer to be go play Musa, or go play Meiwa, or go play whatever class. If they are refusing to fix some very, very problematic issues with Kuno, like target chase not working sometimes, go check out my video on that for more detailed information about it. If they're not willing to fix those vital issues that make or break class play, what's the point of even playing the class? And that has been one of my demotivations recently, is if they don't care about Kuno, they're just going to nerf her back to the ground. What's the point of even playing? What's the point of even enjoying the class? What's the point of even trying to play the class? You know, I could teach everything that I know about Awakened Kuno and like all the different skill combos and stuff. At the end of the day, if the devs nerf her to the ground, people are not going to play it. Just plain and simple. People want to play the most efficient, best use of my time because my time is very important to me, and I need to make sure that if I'm going to play the game, I need to at least get 600 million silver an hour. And if I'm not getting 600 million silver, I'm just not going to play the game. And then when their class gets affected, then they cry on the forums. So, and then the developers actually do something about it. Maybe I just need to start crying on the forums. That's what I need to do. I just need to go to the forums and be like, "This is totally unfair what you're doing." You know, just like a complete cringe. You know, I should probably do that. It might actually change some things. In case you couldn't tell, that was all sarcasm at the end. But it's very true. I do believe that people who complain about stuff get their results faster, and developers actually listen because, you know, we want to make a fair and balanced game for all players to enjoy, except for those that we screw over inevitably by changing one tiny thing, but then nobody complains about it, so all's good in this neighborhood. Anyways, I'm going to go before I go on yet another rant. Thank you all so much for watching. Greatly appreciate it. If you guys are new around here and you have enjoyed the content, you maybe want to watch me again while I'm live again, hit that subscribe button, bell icon to be notified when I go live. I do have a video that I've been referencing the last couple of days, and I really should get to editing it. Probably should do that tonight. And kind of talking a little bit about burnout in particular. If you guys are interested in that, keep an eye out for that video. I'll try to get it out maybe no later than Wednesday. I'm going to try to get what I can done tonight, and then see about Wednesday, no later. Black Desert. It's a love-hate relationship sometimes. It really is. So, thank you guys so much for watching. Greatly appreciate y'all. Until next time, stay safe, take it easy, and God bless. Bye-bye.